Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, Bashem Kodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the so-called black man according to the King James Version Bible. Right? Given up also the elder apostles, taught me all I know for the spirit, purpose, and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Right? It's pretty much going to be a continuation. So, like you. So, like you, pretty much going to be a continuation of what I was going into, man, because, you know, shit is getting real, man. And we have to really pay attention. So, again, like I was saying, in Ukraine, today is what? Today is the 26th. So, this is posted 7:44 a.m. today, right? So you're saying confirmed explosions in 17 regions within Ukraine, right, from Russia. So Russia has been getting productive, right? So they're trying to say that there's power outages, railway infrastructure in various regions of Ukraine. Also delays in suburban electric trains. Power outages also, right? So like you. Let me get this here. Right, so widespread blackouts reported across Ukraine following a massive Russian missile strike targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Reports indicate nationwide power outages. The situation is critical as the country faces significant disruptions. And this is something that's going to happen worldwide, man. Right, so we see what's happening over there in the Middle East, in Israel. Hezbollah is bombing up Israel. Okay, you have the Iraqis. They've already launched a strike attack against Tel Aviv. You got people pretty much ransacking the airports in Israel, right? Because they're looking to leave. So and Israel has already declared war against Hezbollah. But Hezbollah's not alone because you've got Iran, you got the Houthis. Salakia. So it's going to be power outages the world over. Okay, the world over, man. Hey, look at breaking news. Wagner forces amassing on the border of Kiev and Belarus. So you have the Wagner group. Some people are actually saying that, you know, the Wagner is anti-Russian, but some people say that that's another branch of the Russian military. So there you go, right? So this is all international intrigues. This is all talks, rumors of war, right? While people are in the spirit of mirth over here in the UK and various parts of the world, they've been blinded. In fact, what were they actually saying? If I can just bring this out. People are blinded, man. People are not watching for what's really going on because they're actually saying that this is a news on tweet. Pretty much 73% of Americans put their trust in MSN, which is a mainstream media. The mainstream media. 73% of the people it says party affiliation is now entirely correlated with trust in mainstream media. Did you understand? So the majority of the people are completely blind. They're in the matrix, man. So it says Republicans realize it's propaganda, which Republicans make up what 10%. So only a small percent of the people are really awake to the nonsense. Okay. they're really but you know, the elites, the global elite, they want total control, which is why they're trying to censorize all these social media platforms. You see what's happening with the CEO of Telegram, right? You see what's happening with him. Okay, they pretty much kidnapped him in Paris, the Paris airport. They kidnapped him, but he was actually saying, because he was sitting down at an interview with Carl Tuckerson. He's a renowned American journalist. He actually did a sit down with an interview with Putin, and he was basically saying, the guy, forget his name, the CEO of Telegram, he was saying that, listen, man, the FBI, they've been harassing me, turning up at my house 9 a.m. in the morning while I'm having my breakfast, right? They've been following me at the airport as soon as I come off the plane, right? So they've been following this guy around. Now they finally arrested him, and now they're actually saying that now the CEO of Telegram, now this guy, he's facing up to 20 years inside, man. Why? Why is he facing that amount of time? Why are they trying to set him up for failure like that? They're trying to set him up like that. Why? Because he's not consenting to the globalist agenda. You got guys like Mark Zuckerberg, right? Mark Zuckerberg and the CEO of Instagram, right? They're cool, right? They're not arresting these guys, Mark Zuckerberg and all these guys, the CEO of Facebook and that. They're not arresting. You know why they're not arresting them? Why? Because they've pretty much given over their cheeks to the globalists, man. So the globalists really have all the intel of what's going on these social, on you know, Facebook and Instagram, right? Is Mark Zuckerberg has given leeway to the agent provocateurs of the global elite to have access to all the information of their platforms. But the CEO of Telegram, he ain't done that, man. So and he's refusing to do it. So that's why they. But look at this. This is breaking news, right? The Rumble founder, Chris Pavlovsky, that's Russian. He must be Russian, man. Right, leaves Europe due to the arrest of Telegram's Durov. Due to his arrest, now the founder of Rumble, this guy says, man, I'm out here. After the arrest of Durov, the founder of the YouTube competition Rumble left Europe in fear. So we're seeing a trend, man. What's really happening? You're seeing the CEO of YouTube. She dropped dead, man. She passed, right? TikTok, they haven't been able to control TikTok. Why? Because TikTok belongs to China. But yet over in America, I believe it's been said that they banned TikTok in America, but they can't have complete control over TikTok because TikTok belongs to China, right? So now obviously we all know about X, right? Elon Musk. Britain has threatened to arrest this guy, man, right? European countries have also threatened to get rid of this guy and to arrest him, right? Elon Musk talking about, right? So we're seeing a trend where they're looking to have pretty much censorize all these social media platforms, have complete control, right, over their CEOs. So this is what he's saying. This is what the guy, the founder of Rumble, he says, I'm a little late to this, but for good reason. I've just safely departed from Europe. France has threatened Rumble, and now they have crossed a red line by arresting Telegram's CEO, Pavel Durov, right? Because he's actually a national of Russia. So there's a whole issue with that as well, reportedly for not censorizing speech. So Rumble will not stand for this. So Rumble, the CEO of Rumble, he's saying, listen, we're fighting for free speech over here. We don't care what the globalists do. So now France, there's a whole issue now between France and Russia, because Russia, the Russian embassy over there in France, they're trying to fight for his release. They're fighting for the release of the CEO of Telegram, man. Okay, they're fighting for his release, and France is saying, listen, man, we want access to all the everybody that's a customer of Telegram. We want access to all their accounts. Okay, that's really what it's about. They want total control. That's what it's about, man. Right? So we're seeing we're entering into that time. Okay. So you're an offender for a word. They're trying to make accusations against you of being this and being that. But this is the rhetoric, man. This is the rhetoric. Watch this. So this is so this is what's been said on a post on X, right? Telegram founder Pavel Durov faces 20 years in prison for refusing to censor his platform. The charges include this: terrorism, right? Terrorism. Here's the hypocrisy. While the US funds a genocide over there in Israel against the Palestinians, right? They funding that. But you called in this guy a terrorist. Another hypocrisy is this: child abuse content, right? While the US government is filled with Epstein PD files, right? A money laundering, while the US launders hundreds of billions of dollars through Ukraine. He's also being accused of drug trafficking, while the US arms 80% of violent drug cartels in Mexico. So you see the hypocrisy of this devil, all right? So it's not about crime. They're not concerned with crime, because these people, they're the ultimate criminals. What they're really concerned with is control. All right. So this is what we're seeing. Right. So we know that they're clamping down. This devil is coming down with wrath. He's arresting people. He doesn't give a damn about nothing that you're saying. Right. CEOs that are not consenting. And that's what this man wants. He wants you to consent, to bow your cheeks to the order. And we see this is prevalent. This is something that's been happening throughout antiquity. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth ye have but a short time. So there you go, there you have it. So this devil is clamping down. He's not playing any games. So let me get this right here in Isaiah 19. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4. Let me get straight to the point. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh, the God of hosts. Right, so we know that cruel Lord is going to come with what? The draconian measures, right? The totalitarian state, restriction of travel, movement, speech, all of that, right? All of that stuff. Okay, so we see that it's again that cruel Lord, which is that devil coming down with that great wrath. And we know that, most likely, if they rig the election, it's most likely Kamala Harris that gets up in there in the presidency. She's really gonna be that 304 for the global elite. She's really gonna enact out their plans on the people, not giving a damn about them, right? So there you go, there you have it. So let me get this. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right, so unrighteous decrees. Now you're a criminal for saying something that's off, for reposting something. Okay? For saying something. You're an offender in the eyes of them. Okay? So that's the world that this devil is trying to create. If you don't mind. This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 19. The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahweh, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught. The terrible one is talking about who? Esau, Edom. Their governmental leaders. It will be brought to naught. Right? When Yahweh comes back with power and great glory. The terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, is the point. And all that watch for iniquity are cut off. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to monitorize, and they're trying to monitorize and have total censorship of all these social media platforms. They're watching for iniquity, and if they see that you say, or if you post anything that's against their regime, they'll arrest you, man. So that's the times that we're coming to. Okay, and we're seeing more and more reports of people being arrested for saying what they deem as being the wrong thing. Right, so it says, verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. So again, who's reproving in the gate? That's the Israelites. So a time is going to come where they're going to clamp down on the men or the prophets of the Heavenly Father. They're going to lay a snare for us. They're going to make it look like we're terrorists, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Right, so here is you're all about freedom of speech, but they're going to turn you aside and make you an enemy of the state for something that is your right to speak. It's your right to speak your mind and to have freedom of speech, man. Okay, for a thing of naught. So we see that, right? So that's the but we see that. Let me get that right now in Daniel's. So look, this is Daniel's chapter 3, verse 5. So look, this is verse 3. Daniel chapter 3, verse 3. Then the princes and governors and captains and judges and treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Right, the image meaning the idol, talking about what their new world order. Then an herald cried aloud to you, it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages. So this is going to be an international order. So it says that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king hath set up. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth this, that shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Right, so there you go. So if you don't consent, right, again, that's woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and right grievousness. Okay, so there you go, you have it. They're going to be looking to get rid of and arrest those individuals that are not in consensus to their agenda. So we see that happening right now. But anyway, with that, don't want to make this too drawn out. Yeah, shalom.